It's another day on the wet coast and welcome back. Today I'm going to tackle bleeding the brakes now that I've rebuilt them and they're in really good shape. You can see that in a previous video I've done. I've got the link up there, definitely down in the description. And the other thing I want to check out is the floorboards. Sometime in the past with this truck, a previous owner had panel beat these sheets of steel and riveted them down to the floor, and I'm very curious to see what kind of a rusty mess is underneath. Is it a rusty mess, or am I in for a pleasant surprise? I don't know, but I want to find out, so I'm gonna get to it.
Oh, I forgot. Before I can do the floorboards, I need to also adjust the drums on the brakes. And the way that's done is there's a star wheel underneath here. You saw me clean it up in the other video. And that's used for expanding or contracting the shoes against the drum to the point where it's almost touching. Use a little tool like this to get in behind. There's an access slot, but because I have the drums and the wheels off, it's just a lot easier for me to do it now. That's the star wheel right there, and the way this works is the tool goes in the back and engages with that, and you can just turn it one notch at a time, and every time you do, it either expands or contracts the drum a little bit. I need to expand it, so I gotta go the other direction. I've got to rotate it down if you were looking from behind the drum, but that's the way the star wheel works. It's just that threaded bolt that goes into this piece here that when you turn it, it changes the length. It gets the brakes adjusted properly. So after I've bled each wheel, I'm gonna adjust the drums. Again, won't bore you with that. It's pretty straightforward. Lots of great tutorials on YouTube about that. The drums are on and all adjusted. The brakes are bled front and rear. And the brake pedal feels nice and firm. So I can't really do much more on the brakes until I get the truck roadworthy, and that's going to require an engine and transmission swap. And once I've got it on the road and I can test it, I'll be able to do some fine tuning on the brakes and make sure that all four corners pull the same amount when I hit the brake pedal. Now it's time to figure out what's under here. I'll start with a small one. Let's keep. So I'll cut this piece out, a little bit rusted, definitely cracked. I'll form a new piece, weld that in. So there's one. Go with the other side. Same deal on this side. Again, just cut that all out and weld in a new piece. Now, let's do the section over the transmission pump. See what ugliness is under here. I think that's all the rivets. Are we ready for this? I have no idea what's under this. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Just one big hole and a bunch of little ones from the previous owner drilling. This looks like it was added just for the shifter, but I can cut that out and make proper panels for these things. Nice! Let's hope what's under this one is just as good, right? I don't know if there's any rivets underneath this piece here. I'm going to unscrew those. I'll lift the corner and take a peek. No, that's not going to be easy to get out. It's pretty corroded. Nope. Get an idea from up here. I'm gonna have to grind that one off. So what's it gonna be? Good news or bad news? Let's find out. I think this is good news. Okay, I think that's a relief. Let's pull this out. Yeah, okay, so not perfect. Bit of rust and perforation through here, but this is a lot better than I expected. I thought this was just going to be a big ragged gaping hole. This is easy to fix. All I need to do, this panel may actually just come right out. Maybe, I don't know. Worst case scenario is I can just cut this out, panel beat something to the same form, and then get that in, and this will be a solid floorboard again. But honestly, I'm happy with this. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than I expected. So, sweet! Bit of a shorter video today of me working on the Forge, my 1950 Ford F1 that I'm throwing on top of a Dodge 2500 4x4 running gear. Got the brakes all figured out, they're done. I'm really happy with them. Figured out what was underneath those panels that some previous owner had pot riveted to the floor. So I'm happy that they didn't turn out to be as much of a rust problem as they are. If you like the channel, why not subscribe? If you enjoyed this video, why not hit the like button? And if you have any comments, I'd love to hear from you. Just post them below in the comment section. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. That may be working on the engine. We'll see.